Everyone, so I'm here in the middle of Dar Khalifa with these very naughty, noisy dogs who I hope don't disturb us. And I'm with Ariane. And the last time we did a video together in this courtyard, you were, how old were you?
Maybe like 13 or 12.
12, I think.
Oh God, don't look it up.
And was that, I'm sure it's on YouTube. Was I interviewing you about life, or you were interviewing me?
I think I was probably interviewing you, but just don't look it up.
And as I said, we're sitting in the middle of the house in this little courtyard outside the kitchen, outside the sitting room. And here is one of my favorite things at Dar Khalifa. It's this incredibly intricate mosaic, zelige tableau, which I had made once. And I had it made because I wanted people to be able to appreciate the most complex and difficult cuts of mosaic. And this is one of them, and that's another one. They have more angles than you could ever imagine. So here we are. We're going to make a series of little videos talking about life, the universe, Dar Khalifa, and everything else. And we're going to see where it goes before the dogs, Gaia, who's there, and Noor, who's here, drive us absolutely nuts. They have, I don't know, what do you call it? They have, I don't know, ants in their pants, but they've got this need to be with us all the time. So Ariane, tell me what you've been doing in the last year.
So I graduated last year from Exeter in History of Art and French. And since then I did a brief internship at a gallery in Bombay. And then I went on and started writing for Architectural Digest in India, which was actually really, really, really fun and a cool experience. And I just finished working with them full time. So I am now kind of enjoying my summer and yeah.
But the summer is about to come to an end.
Yeah.
Tell these dogs, you need to brush your teeth, Noor. Tell me, Ariane, because I was just sitting here listening to that. What did you learn from the 10 months or so working in India? What did you take away?
Well, actually, it was probably my first kind of foray into the professional world in general, like not even just in India, just in life. So it was interesting in all kinds of ways. But I don't know. I mean, I learned what I like and what I don't like, and yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I learned what kind of work people want and expect from people when they're paying you. Like, they don't expect you. They don't want you to kind of complain and moan, and they want you just to get the work
You're
done.
not a moaner.
So, I mean, it wasn't like I was doing that, but it was just I kind of saw that that's what they wanted. They wanted people
Actually,
just
that's
to
a
get
good
work
point.
done.
You know, because when I asked people if they'll do stuff, I'm just going to put your microphone like that. If I ask people to do stuff for me, the people I love to work with are the people who, when I've asked them, I can almost assume that it's been done.
Yeah.
And they don't come to me later and say, oh, it was too difficult, or I didn't know how to do it. I love problem solvers. And I think working, and particularly working for money, teaches you to be a problem solver.
Yeah, so I think you've drilled that enough in my head for me to kind of get it. So I don't do that. But anyway, I got to because I didn't really think I'd enjoy writing. So writing for AD and writing for something that I'm interested in, which is architecture. And yeah, okay, this is mostly interior design stuff, but I got to write about Art Deco because it's the centenary this year.
Okay, let me ask you, what was it like seeing your name in print for the first time? Was that a thrill?
I mean, it was nice, but like, I don't know, I've got mixed feelings about it. But No, overall it's nice and it's fun to keep, because I'm still freelancing for them, and I'd like to actually start freelancing for other publications as well. But it was
And
nice.
out of all the pieces you wrote, the one that comes into my head was the petrol station. Can you talk about that?
So I made because when I was in Bombay, one of the things that I liked to do quite a lot was go on these walking tours. And because obviously, if you don't know Bombay, it's like incredible when it comes to architecture and old architecture and stuff. And that's what I love. And there's a bunch of people, some of whom I'm now friends with, who do these like walking tours and just kind of historical kind of guides through the city, in different parts of the city, in different with different like perspectives and stuff. And one of these guides became my friend, and he owns his family. So his grandfather came from Goa and built a petrol pump in this little part of Bombay. And at the time, he was just building it in the style of the era, but today we know it as Art Deco. And it's still there, and it's still being used. And my friend's family he still runs it with his family. And so I wrote a little piece about that, because Art Deco turns 100 this year, and so it was kind of timely.
And I mean, maybe this is for another conversation, but what we both are interested in is the way Art Deco in particular shaped a lot of Mumbai, and also here in Casablanca, it shaped a huge chunk of Casa, but in different ways. Art Deco kind of manifested itself differently in the French Casablanca and the British Bombay.
Yeah, because it was brought by different countries, and it was also used differently. Like it didn't come with the same intention. Like Art Deco, this is very like general, but Art Deco in Bombay was largely brought as like a residential architecture, whereas here in Casa, it's very much like a demonstration of power of the French government. And actually, Art Deco buildings in Bombay were actually built and commissioned by Indians, I'm pretty sure. So it's a different colonial.
And the buildings here, the Art Deco buildings, at least the ones we go on about the whole time, you and me, are like I'm thinking, the abattoir. I know it sounds a bit grim, but it's one of the greatest Art Deco structures ever put up.
I mean, it's cool because it's not just Art Deco. It's a mishmash of so many different styles. It's Moorish, it's Neo-Moroccan, it's kind of got a bit of like Spanish sort of, which I guess is Moorish, and Art Deco. And that was at the very beginning. That was like, I think it was built in like either the early 1920s or 1916 or whatever. So it was very early. So it wasn't even, so stuff like that. And Casa's full of buildings like that, where you don't like outright see it as Art Deco, because it's got like all these flourishes and stuff, and Art Deco isn't known for that. But like, it's got a lot of Moroccan kind of this sort of stuff. Like Art Deco buildings here, you often see Zalige, and that's, unusual. Which, I mean, I like it. I wrote my dissertation on it, so.
Yeah. No, one of the things that I love when you're here is we go for long, ambling walks in the kind of rundown Art Deco area, and you look at the cats, and I look at the fer forgé, the wrought ironwork, which is the best of the best, and we both run into buildings and look at the stairwells, the curve of the stairwells,
and the terrazzo and the
exactly, and the lettering on the buildings, which is just sublime. Okay. We're going to press stop, but we're going to start again in a second.